Well, hey there, guys. Welcome back to the channel here, as I'm on my way back from my Princeton drop-offs. And of course, I heard earlier. I did a video. I think I recorded it yesterday. I think it went up on the channel earlier today, or well, I guess now technically yesterday because it's almost 12:30 a.m. But I talked about the Minnesota Wild and the issues that they're in. Now, mind you, I am wearing kind of the wrong jersey to be talking about Minnesota right now. But I heard this news, and I thought, well, I gotta talk about it at some point. And I thought, what better time than to, as I'm on my way back from doing my Monday work runs. So I talked about the Minnesota Wild and the issues that they have had. How they are 29th in the league right now. They're not good. They're definitely not good. And I talked about the reason why I think they're not good. And I had talked about the fact that, I've actually wanted them to be bad for the last couple of years, because of the generational draft picks that have been available at the top of the draft. And of course, this year, when there's not that generational pick at the top of the draft, now's when they're going to be bad. Of course. Typical Minnesota, right? Just like typical Minnesota, the Minnesota Vikings, let's go and lose to a really rotten football team. They did that. They did that too. So I said in the video that, normally the one that always ends up being the fall guy is the head coach. And I wasn't sure if Dean Evason, deserved to be that fall guy, but he ended up being the fall guy. Because earlier tonight, the Minnesota Wild, Bill Guerin, general manager Bill Guerin, relieved Coach Dean Evason and assistant coach Bob Woods of their coaching duty. I say relieved. He fired them. They were fired. And Dean Evason has been replaced by a guy who seems to be, he always seems to fall into these coaching vacancies. And he not only ends up falling into the coaching vacancies, but he's really good at being the quote interim coach, and that's Jon Hinz. Jon Hinz has been hired by Bill Guerin and the Minnesota Wild to be the Minnesota Wild head coach. Now, what Jon Hinz can do, I mean, he's had some successful. He's turned around some bad seasons and made them somewhat respectable. But he's never one to really stay in a certain spot for a long time. And I don't know if he is just going to end up being the coach for the rest of this season. And then maybe during the next off season, the Wild go out and try to find another head coach. I guess it depends on how he does throughout the remainder of the season. Which, I mean, like I said, the Wild are 29th in the league right now. But I found it kind of interesting that, I did the video talking about the Wild and their cap struggles and the reason why they're in this predicament that they're in. And I talked about how normally the coach is the one who normally falls on the sword. And I wasn't sure if he really deserved to fall on that sword. Well, he fell on the sword. They the Wild went. They fired him. They fired the assistant coach, and we got a new guy behind the bench in Jon Hinz. We'll see what he can do. I don't know what exactly he can do with this team. Again, this team is well over $14.5 million in dead cap money. They're going to be in that situation for the rest, obviously, of this year and all of next year. And I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if this was the right decision for the Wild to do, but they did it. And I guess we'll have to see. We'll have to see how good Jon Hinz can do, and we'll see if he can kind of salvage the season for the Minnesota Wild. So let me know what you guys think. Do you think Dean Evason deserved to be fired, or do you think maybe Bill Guerin should maybe be the one to look in the mirror a little more, because he is the one that put us in this dead cap hell? I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Did Coach Dean Evason deserve to get fired? What do you think of Jon Hinz replacing him? Do you think Jon Hinz does a good job? Or, or are the Wild just gonna kind of, meander around the bottom of the league and, end up in the draft lottery? Let me know what you guys think. If you like the video, it'd be absolutely awesome and greatly appreciated if you'd hit the like button. If you really like the video, if you love the video, again, it'd be greatly appreciated, and it would be very, very awesome if you hit that subscribe button. And if you want to be notified anytime future videos go live, you can tap that little bell icon, and it will notify you anytime one of my videos goes up. And yeah, again, let me know what you guys think. Coach Evason deserved to be fired. Do you think Jon Hinz can turn this around? Let me know what you guys think. Again, hit like and subscribe. And I will see you guys later.